Hi, Cancer. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at what's going on with you and your new love in your love life. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's the link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we're going to do a reading for you, and then we're going to pull take it down, and we're going to do a reading for your person. Okay. All right, so here we go. Overall energy for this week's reading is the Empress. So this is Taurus Libra energy. It is talking about, Spirit is saying it's time to take action on something you're supposed to do. Give birth to your dreams. Creative projects will be very successful, abundance and prosperity. So Spirit is telling you to start to focus, if you're already not, to put your focus on what's going to be lucrative for you, what is going to light you up, what's going to make you happy when it comes to your career. Okay. Underneath this, we have the Magician. This, is talking about, a magic is alive in your life. What you need to be successful, manifest. If you believe it, you can do it. So this is about, manifestation. Spirit saying you have all the skills, tools, and abilities you need to manifest the life and the love you desire. Okay. Okay. We got the Five of Pentacles showing up here. This is talking about feeling left out in the cold, being ghosted. Okay. You may feel like you're alone, but look at the old woman in the card. Look at who is behind her. She has an angel behind her. So this is Spirit telling you, even when you feel at your most alone, you are not alone. Okay. It may feel like you are here in the 3D, but you really are not, because you have, your spiritual team is always there with you, even if you feel like they're not. Okay. Then underneath this is the Knight of Wands. It's a fire sign or someone with a lot of fire in their chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This can talk about a love offer coming in, okay? Somebody wanting to take a risk to come towards you, all right? Yeah, it says a passionate relationship at the bottom of the card. Okay, so we're going to start by clarifying the Empress card. Yeah, see, you have the Manifest card. So this is about what you're manifesting when it comes to, your life at this time. All right. Okay. Your twin is trying to come in. Hold on. Because it's supposed to be about the new person, but sometimes the twin comes in. Okay. So let me just get the twin out of the way. Okay. This person is feeling trapped because you have walked away from them. You no longer want to have anything to do with them. They feel your energy dissipating. And they don't know what to do, because every time they try to walk away, they're trapped, because it's like the minute they try to walk away, all these feelings for you come up, and, they're like paralyzed. They don't know what to do. Okay. All right. So like I said, when it comes to you, to clarify the Empress card, Spirit is saying, this is the time in your life where you're manifesting. You have the power to manifest whatever it is you want in your life, because you walked away from this person and you're now trying to take control of your life. So when it comes to the new person, we got fear, the fear card coming up here. All right. And I feel like this is because on some level, Cancer, you may intimidate this person. Okay. And then you've got to realize they've got their own, bag of stuff that they've got to unpack as well. I was hearing bag of tricks in my head, but they've got their own, things that they have to unpack, because they were just dragged in a relationship just like you were. Okay. We're going to get further into that as we, continue to do this reading. Okay. So the main theme for this month, this is your October read, actually. Okay. We've got the Knight of Pentacles, earth sign or someone with a lot of earth in their chart, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So this is about you focusing on ambition, focusing on what is going to bring you happiness when it comes to your career. Okay. This is about, Spirit is telling you to plan carefully before you take action, but then to get going. Okay. Because time waits for no one, right? Life is happening right now. We always like to think in terms of the past or in terms of the future. But as Louise Hay always used to say, the point of power is in the present. So if you're wanting something to come about, you're wanting it to work out a certain way when it comes to your career, because remember, you don't have any control over your life, your love life at this time. Okay. The only thing you can control about your love life is you healing yourself and you preparing yourself for this new person to come in. But the timing on when they're going to come in, so on and so forth, all of that is up to spirit. Okay. Hold on one second. Okay. So with this Knight of Pentacles card, Spirit is telling you to focus on controlling the things that you can control, and at this time, you can control the way your career is going. I almost said growing. So for some of you, your career could be growing, and I see this leaf. I'm being called to look at this leaf on this card, and I see that the border around this card is green. So whatever you choose to put your energy and your time into at this time, when it has to do with your career, whether it's your own business, a job, there may be promotions, there may be new lucrative opportunities coming in. It's going to be different for everyone, but Spirit is saying this is where you're to put your focus. Okay, you take this anger and this pain and how you're feeling, how this person made you feel, and channel it into your career, but don't go overboard. Okay, I just had a reading I did for Gemini where Spirit was chastising them because they are working themselves, they're overworking themselves, they got too much going on. So you have to find a balance. That's one of the things you have to do as well in order to prepare for your new person coming in, is to balance yourself. Okay, because you have to make room for this person just like they have to make room for you. Okay, let's clarify. Okay. Yeah, so Spirit is telling you to pull out your bag, your creative bag, and pull out whatever it is you want to work on, whatever it is you want to focus on, because at this time you have the opportunity for it to be very lucrative for you. Okay, yeah, see, your new person, they're going through some stuff, some type of chaos is happening in their life. Like I said, they've got to heal themselves and prepare for this connection just like you have to. Okay, all right, because remember, this person is an empath just like you are. All right, the next card we're going to take a look at represents past influences affecting this month. So, Six of Pentacles. So this is talking about, I feel like the fact that I feel like you do good for everybody around you, but you rarely get it back in return. And that's what this is about, okay? This is about you preparing yourself so that the good that you've done for people in the past starts to come back to you, okay? So Spirit is telling you that you're going to have an unexpected flow of abundance. You put your energy into your career and focus on healing yourself and balancing yourself out, and you have money coming your way. That's part of the thing. Remember, I told y'all, when you walk away from this person, you're going to start to get all types of rewards because you are showing Spirit that you are putting yourself first. So you have to continue to put yourself first by focusing on your career and focusing on, other things in your life that you prioritize. Okay. All right, let's clarify. Okay, so we have the spirituality card. So this is just about you, focusing on your spirit, focusing on doing your healing and getting yourself in a place where you can be prepared for this new person to come in. Okay, the new person is focusing on, karma. They're clearing up, paying off past karmic debts owed from the past life and the present life at this time. Okay. All right. So when it comes to the roadblocks for this month or for the month of October, we've got the Ace of Cups. So this is talking about, a brand new romance or a rekindled romance. I know a lot of you don't want, people from the past. A past person could show up in new energy, but if you don't want it, just tell the person you don't want it. Just say no. But I feel like for the majority of you, this is someone new. But the reason why it's a roadblock is because you have to prepare yourself for this. This is not going to come for free. All right. You had to walk away from the old person, and you also have to heal yourself and balance out your life if you're wanting this new love to come in. That's why it's a roadblock. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. It's standing in the way. It's what's standing in the way of you having this. Okay. Okay. The heartbreak card is coming up here. A lot of you are still heartbroken about what happened with this other person. And that is normal. You're supposed to feel like this after somebody's raked you over the coals. And like I told you, you mirror this new person. So I feel like, they're putting themselves back together just like you are. But that's why this card is also a roadblock, because you're feeling like this. But this is what's waiting for you. A new relationship. Okay. A new relationship is waiting. Somebody is waiting to give you their cup of love when the time is right. But you may not even be feeling like you want it at this time with this heartbroken card. Okay. Or heartbreak card. So Spirit is telling you, take, to spend the time you need to spend to heal yourself and to put yourself back together. But don't sit in this and stay in it forever, because you got to think about this. I just told Gemini the same thing. The twin wants you. We're going to talk about the twin because you need to hear what I'm about to tell you. The twin wants you to stay like this, Cancer. The twin wants you to be heartbroken. They want you to be vulnerable and be open so that they can come in and use you and do whatever the hell they want to do when they want to do it, so they can get attention from you and do all these things to you and not have to give you anything in return. So knowing this, it would behoove you to do what you can to get out of this energy. I'm not saying, to, not take your healing seriously, or to not, to make light of your feelings, and to not, take them seriously, because I feel like that's a problem too, that people around you, when you're in this energy, they don't respect what you've gone through. Okay. So you have to learn how to respect it. Whatever it is you want from the outside, you have to give it to yourself first. So I feel like, Spirit is telling you, yeah, coddle yourself, love on yourself, do whatever you got to do to get yourself back together, but don't sit here forever. Don't let this become your new normal. Okay. All right. Let me pull this other card, see what comes up. Okay, yeah, your person is trying to get back to feeling more lovable. As I said, they have gone through something where they were not taken seriously, and they were taken for granted. And I think it put them maybe in a bitter state, and they're trying to get out of that. I feel like you are the impetus for them to do that, because they're looking at you. They want to be with you. They're in love with you, and that is what is making them move through this faster than they probably normally would have. Okay. All right. So the next card represents the possibilities of this month. So we've got the renewal card. This is judgment. Okay. So this is about, second chances. Okay. Spirit is telling you to review the past with compassion and forgiveness. So this is, you got to forgive that other person. Like I said, I know this the last thing you probably want to hear when you sitting in heartbreak energy, and I get it, but part of you moving on is letting this person go, right? Getting them out of your energy. And in order to do that, you gotta forgive them. Okay. Like I said, what they did was messed up, and I will never sit here and take that other person's side, because I was in your shoes not too long ago, and I was angry and hurt and heartbroken and all the things you're feeling right now. But really freeing yourself from this situation, means that you're going to have to forgive this person, because it's not about them. You're not giving them a pass. You telling them what you did was messed up. Okay. I've learned my lesson, but I'm not fucking with you anymore. And I got to get you out of my energy, because hanging on to it, because a lot of us, because I used to be like that. I used to think hanging on to hurt and pain and being bitter and stuff like that was hurting the other person. It's not hurting that other person, because he or she is running around doing the same shit they did to you to other people. And then, like I said, if you let them, they're going to come back and try to do it again with you. And then they're going to try it anyway when you get over them, and you're moving on and you're in something with somebody else. They're going to come back and still try to do it anyway. Okay. So that is why it is important for you to heal for yourself. It don't have nothing to do with them. Okay. Because they want you to be vulnerable like this, like I just told you, so that they can just have at you. and come in and out whenever they feel like, however they feel like, and they feel like you're going to let them do it. Okay, so yeah, see, you angry, you having the same. If you got Gemini placements, you may want to watch the Gemini reading, because a lot of the same cards that came up in their reading are coming up in this reading. So you're angry about what they did to you, so you need to take that anger and channel it into your creativity, channel it into your career, channel it into you healing yourself, because look at what's coming, Cancer. Look at this. Okay, it says reconciliation, but the reason why it says reconciliation is because this soulmate is somebody from a past life. That is why it says reconciliation and not just union. Okay, so like I said, this person is preparing themselves because they really want to be with you. And I feel like you really want to have this type of relationship. Okay. And I know it sucks that you had to get beat down by this other person and learn whatever lessons you needed to learn, so that and be in this energy. And then now here's this other person, and you like, well, fuck, I was ready before, but no, you weren't. Because if you were ready, you wouldn't have had to go through what you went through with this person. Because see, we all be thinking we ready, right? Just like now, I'm sure we all like, oh, where's my person? Because I was saying it too. Where's the person? I'm ready to snap this, snap this, that. But you got to realize it's you and somebody else. And even if you were ready, you still got somebody else that's got to deal with their stuff and come to Jesus and get themselves ready for the two of you to come together. Okay? All right. So I'm going to take this down, and then we're going to pull a spread for your soulmate. Give me one moment. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this person's been stabbed in the back. Look at the Five of Swords here. This is about, they were dealing with someone who did not play by the rules, is what Spirit is saying. Okay? Hold on. Okay. 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 So overall energy for your person's read is the Justice card reversed. So it's Libra energy. This person is dealing with, feelings of injustice because of the way they were treated by the person that they were with. Okay. So this is about them feeling, victimized, when everything first went down, they were at an imbalance, because that's what relationships that go wrong, that's what they do. They throw you out of balance, right? But they're wanting to make swift progress. They're trying to, work on themselves because they see you. They want to communicate with you. They want the both of you to be able to come together and to be together. They want to get through this. That's what's pushing them to get through this, so that they can come towards you. Okay. So yeah, we've got the Messenger of Coins here. This is like the Page of Pentacles, Earth sign, or someone with a lot of Earth in their chart, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So they're wanting to come towards you and lay a foundation, a new foundation, where there's stability. Okay, long-term security. This person wants to come in and be your life partner. Okay, because they went through the damn despair just like you did with this star reversed. Okay, this was a test of faith for them as well, because the two of you are mirroring each other, and they were sitting in the Four of Cups energy just like you were, or just like you are. Okay, feeling depressed, feeling like they had a missed opportunity, feeling bored with their love life, not wanting to believe in love anymore until they saw you. And when they saw you, now they're dedicated to healing themselves, because they're wanting to come in and make a connection work with you. Okay, so we're going to clarify this Justice reverse card. One second. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So this person's been in going through a period of self-sabotage, where they were, judging, giving away their power, focusing on the negative, and building walls around their heart. But now they're trying to fix that. Like I said, because they see you and they want to be with you. So the cards that fell for them are the Queen of Swords, Seven of Coins, which is like Seven of Pentacles, High Priestess, and then the Queen of Cups. So this person, this is somebody, like I said, they've been through it. They've been through the slings and arrows just like you have. This is an air sign or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. This person may have gotten a divorce from somebody. Like I said, these are like really devastating things that I feel like are happening on both sides of the connection. So this is not necessarily a situation where it's going to come together just like this. Okay. Everybody's going to be at a different point in this reading. And I feel like your person, all of your people are going to be at a different point in this reading. So they could be anywhere in this spread. Okay. But Spirit is explaining to you their situation. Okay. So this person, is somebody who is very independent. Like I said, they gotten done wrong. It's not the first time they've gotten done wrong, but this person is an empath. They're tapped in and they're doing what they can to heal themselves because they want to try again with you. Okay. See, they want to come forward and confess. They want to tell you how they feel. And so they're excited. That's what I feel like is the excitement, and their love for you is what's pushing them to get through this situation so that they can come towards you. So we got the Seven of Coins here. Spirit is saying good things take time. This is about patience. So this person is champing at the bit just like you are. They want to be with you just like you do. Want to be with them. But Spirit is saying, it's going to take time. Healing takes time. As I told another sign this, I think it was Aries or Taurus. Healing is not a straight path. We want things to be a straight path. We want success to be a straight path. We want things to come easy. But a lot of times when things come easily, we don't necessarily appreciate it. Okay. So Spirit is letting you know. And you know that when you heal, you may have a really spectacular day one day, and then the next damn day, you crying, you upset, you don't know what the hell is going on. Okay. The same thing happens when you grieve somebody. Those of you who have lost people, like I said, I lost my grandmother this year. Just like grief. Grief is a crazy thing. It's like I'll go along and I have good days, and then one day one thing could just trigger me, and I'm boohooing just like she just passed away the same day or the day before. So it's the same thing with this situation. Okay. Healing takes as long as it takes, and we're all rushing and running and wanting to get to this person. And I understand that because I feel like that too. But you have to understand, look at it from Spirit's viewpoint. You got you over here, your person over here. Both of y'all have been through something. You both have to heal, right? Because it's been a pattern that needs to be healed. And so in order for the both of you not to come together, because if you come together the way you are now, it's not going to work because you're not ready, you're heartbroken, and this person is not ready either. They still, trying to get out of self-sabotage energy. So I'm saying all of this to say that this is a very intricate thing that Spirit is trying to do to put the two of you together when both of you are ready so that you don't mess it up. Okay. So that is why it's taking as long as it's taking. That's why Spirit is starting to tell us what is going on with our people so we can understand what is happening. Okay. So this person is taking a lot of time out to themselves, a lot of solitude, a lot of contemplation, thinking about their life, thinking about the patterns in their relationships, thinking about the things that they need to think about so they can put this stuff to bed for good. Okay. All right. So we've got the High Priestess here, okay, which is showing up as a future card. This is Pisces energy, and it's talking about, them listening to their intuition. And I feel like that's what they're doing because, at times they feel trapped. They feel like they're never going to escape the patterns that that they've been in. And I feel like you feel like that at times too, because I felt like that as well. But you gotta be fucking determined, okay? That's how you get out of shit like this. All right. It can take time, but if you want it to go faster, I'm going to give you the damn answer. You have to be relentless. You have to be like, I don't care if I'm having a good day. I don't care if I'm having a bad day. I don't care what the hell is going on. If I want to do it, if I don't want to do it, it's like anything in life. Okay. Like for instance, running a YouTube channel. A lot of people don't understand this. All they do is they see when people blow up, right? That's what they see. When people blow up and they think it's like overnight success. Overnight success don't fucking exist, okay? What's going on is, what happened is, you saw the fruits of, this person's labor when they hit the jackpot, but you didn't see all the shit that was going on behind the scenes before this happened, okay? I'm not saying that it never happens, that people don't come on the platform and they just shoot up like that. Not saying that. But I'm saying for the majority of people, this is work. So it's like some days you don't feel like sitting down and read. Sometimes it's the last thing you want to do, is work on your channel. Well, me, I'm not like that. I gotta like not be feeling good to not want to read or whatever. But the majority of the time I like to do it. But there are times where you just like, oh, I got to do this. There's always something. Let me say this. There's always something about what you do that can be annoying, that you don't like to do, right? So when those times come up, you still got to sit down and do it. When you got deadlines and it's late at night and you just want to crawl in the bed, you still gotta get up and do it, because you got to hit them marks every day. It's like you building a brick, you putting up a brick every day. So I'm telling you all of this. I'm saying all of this to say that's the same thing that happens with healing. That's the same thing that happens with grieving. All those types of things. You got to be relentless. You got to be determined. You got to just be like, okay, no matter what, I'm gonna come every day and do what I need to do to put my brick down, to take my step forward, so that I'm not stagnant, okay, or stagnating where I am, okay? Because you want to be putting your foot forward, your best foot forward every day, so that you can climb out of this heartbreak that you're in, all right? Because the only person that's going to be able to get yourself out of it is you. And you can sit if you want to and let time handle it, but it's going to take way longer than it would if you put in the effort, all right? So you may be getting messages from your person, because we got the music card coming up here. So, there may be random songs showing up in your head, popping up in your head, showing up in your head, popping up in your head. And it's messages from your person, okay? Because they are still trying to they're still trying to, energetically be there for you, even though the time is not right for the two of you to be physically there, okay? All right. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. So the last card we have here is the Queen of Cups. Okay. So this person has a lot of love for you. This is Scorpio for me. So you may have Scorpio placements, or your person may have. They could, it could also be that you have other water placements like Cancer or Pisces. But this is, like I said, saying that this person has a lot of love for you. And they're intuitive, they're tapped in, they're psychic, and I think they feel you just like you feel them. Okay. This person goes through periods of denial about certain things in their life that they need to work on, and it is because they have been hurt, okay, just like you have been. So I feel like you have these same type of periods just like they do. So this person is going back and forth, because like I told you, that's how healing works. You have your good days and your bad days, but like I said, you have to be relentless. So if you're wanting this person to come faster, or for the two of you to get together faster, you got to be relentless in your healing, Cancer. I'm just telling you how it is. You got to just look at where you're trying to go, and don't let anything get in your way. Don't matter how you feel. Don't matter what the day brings. You just got to be like, I'm going to heal my damn self every fucking day, no matter what happens. Okay. And that is how you move it forward quicker. All right. So we've got some messages from Spirit. The first one says vulnerability. You can be completely open with this person. It's talking about the new person, the soulmate. Forgiveness, forgiving yourself or another will help you move forward. This will help you as well. Okay. Because once you feel, you think about the twin, when you get to the point where you can think about the twin and you feel nothing, that's when you've forgiven them. Okay. And you're not feeling angry. You're not feeling heartbroken, none of that stuff anymore. That's how you'll know you've gotten past it. We've got patience showing up again. We have the 7 of coins down here. It's showing up here. It's saying everything will unfold in divine timing. Okay. And then we've got stability. Spirit is telling you this is a very stable relationship. It can stand the test of time. All right. Let's get a message from your person. Okay, we've got protected. I will always protect you, my love, even when we're together or not at this time. My higher self is always with you. I will always protect you and the love we share. I will keep boundaries around my heart that only you can cross. Okay. So this person is telling you, they're trying to even protect you. I told you that they tried to, be with you energetically, even though they can't be with you physically at this time. Okay. All right. Let's get some more messages before I let you go. Okay, so we have, you're the first thing I think about when I open my eyes. So you're always on this person's mind. Okay. You're everything I want and need. All right. So they've chosen you because, as I've told other signs, okay, it says you're the only one I see. This person has a lot. This is a very high quality person, just like you are. And there are a lot of people after this person, a lot of people that want to be with them. And so they can be with anybody they want to be with, but you are the one for them. Okay. So I'm telling you this to tell you, this is what you've always wanted and it's right here, but you got to get through what you got to get through to get to them. Okay. So this is the message, the Lover's Oracle message from Spirit. It says, my beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually, we are always united, for love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. This person is telling you they're already here, even though they're not here with you physically. I hear Unchained Melody in my head. For those of you, you may want to look that up. They may have some messages for you from your person in there, because I can hear it just playing in my head. Okay, and your person, I feel like this is from your person, and they're saying that part of the song where they say Godspeed your love to me. So they want to be with you just as much as you want to be with them, but you both got to get through what you have to get through in order for you to be together. And I feel like the trials and tribulations that you're going through now is just going to make your relationship that much more sweeter. Okay. All right, Cancer. I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Cancer. Hi, Cancer. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we are going to take a look at your love life, new love, and see what's going on. Okay? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Okay? Let's go ahead and get started. Give me 1 second. All right. Like this? Like that? Okay. This? Okay. Come on. I'm almost there. Hold on 1 second, Cancer. The cards are just all over. Okay. Okay. Can I have another card for this? Okay, here we go. So the overall energy for this week's reading is the Nine of Cups. All right, beautiful card to see. So this is talking about wish fulfillment, about you getting exactly what it is you wanted, Cancer, when it comes to your love life. Underneath this, we have the Page of Swords, air sign or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. This person, this new person, this soulmate is watching you. And I also feel like this card is showing up because the twin is still watching you as well. Okay. Then we've got the Four of Swords showing up here. This is like the mini hermit. I feel like a lot of you have been applying what spirit is, recommending that you do, and you're starting to work on yourself. Okay. You're using this energy to heal yourself. Okay. And then we've got the Page of Wands showing up here. Fire sign or someone with a lot of fire in their chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I feel like this is talking about, good news coming in, like communication from the soulmate. Okay. Because this person wants to marry you with this Four of Wands here. All right. They're wanting to come forward with this moon card. This is Cancerian and Pisces energy. They're wanting to come forward and make their feelings known here with the Ace of Swords. All right. Because they've been in the shadows with this moon card. Okay. All right. Let's start by clarifying this Nine of Cups. Okay, here we go. So to clarify the Nine of Cups, for you, we have transformation. So this is like the Parish card. I can't say that word, the D word, because I don't know, something's going on with YouTube. But anyway, you're going through this transformation. Okay, you see all the butterflies. So you're going from a caterpillar into a butterfly, and you're becoming a brand new person who is going to, be able to welcome in this connection with your person. Okay, we've got burned, wasting money. This could just represent the fact that in the past you were in a connection with this twin and you got burned by it. For some of you, you could have wasted money on this person. Okay. Okay. When it comes to your soulmate, they are focusing on their stability at this time. I feel like, this person is going through, coming back through their past and learning from the things that they need to learn from so that they can prepare for this connection just like you are. Okay. All right. So first card here represents who you're going to be, Cancer, in this new relationship. And we've got the High Priestess. Again, we got Pisces energy. So you may have these placements, or your person may have. This can talk about you being, you listening to your intuition. Okay. Because you're a water sign, just like I am, because I'm a Scorpio, you're a Cancer. And, we're known for being very highly intuitive. So I feel like this time you're going to listen to whatever you may have not listened to your intuition in the past with this other person, because I'm telling you, spirit was screaming at me, telling me about this person, and I was trying to, give the person the benefit of the doubt. You may have done the same thing, but I feel like now you're gonna be holding on to that damn intuition with a death grip, and you're not gonna not pay attention to them, because I remember I saw oh gosh, I think this was an interview with Kim Basinger, the actress. And she was talking about intuition, and she was like, when I listen to my intuition, it takes care of me. But when I don't listen to my intuition, she fucks me every time. And so I'm saying this to say, the spirit, I feel like you learned your lesson, that you went through this situation with this person, and you have learned from that, and you're not going to let this type of stuff happen to you anymore. Okay. Let me say this too with the High Priestess. You coming out as the High Priestess, to me, is telling me that you look very mysterious to people. I feel like, there's an air of mystery when it comes to you with this twin, and the same thing with this new person. I feel like that's one of the reasons they're both watching you as well, because they're trying to see beyond the veil, see behind the veil. They want to see what's behind this cloth that you got hanging up back here. They want to see what's going on. So I feel like, you've learned your lesson when it comes to that it's imperative for you to have discernment and listen to your intuition. Okay, let's clarify. Okay, so in this connection with this new person, they're going to love you to the moon and back, and you are going to love them the same way. It may not seem like that now, because a lot of you are sitting in this passive aggressive energy. You're still angry at what you went through with the twin, or just what has happened in your life, your love life in general. But I feel like you're going to get past this. So if you're sitting in this passive aggressive energy and you're feeling bitter and you're feeling some type of way, Spirit is telling you that this is something that needs to be worked through, because you got somebody coming that's going to love you the way that you deserve and the way that you've always wanted to be. Okay. All right. The next card represents who your soulmate's going to be in this new connection. Okay. So we've got the Eight of Swords reversed. So this person's going to be unstuck. This connection is going to allow them to get out of this mental prison they may have been in. And I feel like the reason why they were in that prison was because they went through stuff just like you did with the person that they were last with before they got together with you. Okay. Or before they're about to get together with you. So they had to heal from that. And I feel like the two of you coming together, whatever residue is left over, you're going to be helping them heal from theirs, and they're going to be helping you heal from yours. Okay. Let's clarify. Yeah, this person wants to come forward and take a chance on this connection, even though they got hurt, because I think whoever this was that they were with really did a number on them. Okay. Yeah. This person messed with them so bad till they have them in their ego. Fear, anxiety, limiting beliefs. They have toxic thinking patterns now because of what went down with this other person, and they're doing what they can to get out of that. Okay. Hold on. Yeah. See, but it's a passionate romance coming, baby. Look, love and passion together. Okay. I'm getting hot. I'm getting hot every time I see. Every time I connect with your soulmates. It don't matter what sign it is. This is I'm just hot. I'm on fire. Okay. So there's gonna be a lot of passion between the two of you. Just like I just told Gemini, if you got Gemini placements, you may want to look at that reading. You are going to want to tear each other's clothes off. It's going to be like that. It's going to be that serious where you can't sit in the same room with this person and not have some type of physical contact. You're going to have to touch their arm or hold their hand or give them a hug or give them a kiss, or you're staring at each other, or, you're whispering at each other. It's going to be that thing where you're in the bubble and people are like, hey, they outside the bubble. Hey, we here too. You're going to talk to us. You're going to spend time with us. It's going to be that type of thing. Okay. So the next placement we're going to look at is what you're looking for in a lover. So you're looking for somebody who is not going to break your heart. Somebody who's going to be overflowing with love for you with this Ace of Cups. Okay. Let's clarify. Yeah. You're looking for somebody who's going to have you on cloud 9 and who is not going to make you feel unseen, not going to make you feel invisible. Okay. So those of you who had this in the past with people, this is something that needs to be healed as well. Because the reason why I'm telling you this is because it doesn't matter. About to call you Gemini. Some of you might be dealing with a Gemini or have Gemini placements, but you're not gonna be. What was I gonna say? Let me back myself up. Okay, that kind of knocked me out of my head. Okay, what I'm trying to say is, you can be with the right person, can come into your life, but if you're not healed, these things are still going to come. These things are still going to come out if they're unhealed, because the person, and then what was really messed up is the new person will bring this kind of crap out in you, because they are a reflection of what you think and believe. So that's why it's imperative for you to heal these things, because you don't want to go into something with somebody and then end up, being treated or feeling the same way that you felt with this twin. I don't think, let me say this. I don't think this new person would ever make you feel like the twin did, but they can still trigger certain things in you if they're left unhealed. That's why Spirit is trying to tell you. And then you got to look at it like this. For those of you who've been avoiding it, not wanting to heal or whatever, because like I said, nobody wants to heal. I get it, because I don't want to fucking heal either. Okay. And I'm the reader. I'm the one telling you need to heal. And I didn't want to do it either, but I just kept on, because it's like, how bad do you want it? Because the longer you take to heal and the more you drag your feet, that's as long as it's going to take for this person to come, because the two of you are mirrors. So when you healing, this person is healing. If you ain't healing, they ain't healing, but it don't matter anyway, because if you're not healing, it's like if your person is slowly moving towards you and you don't heal, they stop. in their tracks. And then when you start to heal again, here they come. But then if you stop, they stop. So you got to look at it like that. If you want this person to keep coming and to come in continuously, you need to make the damn healing a daily part of your life. It needs to be something you do every day, because that's what I did. I did it every day until I got to where I needed to get to. Okay. All right. So next question is, what is your person looking for in a lover? They're looking for somebody who's not going to leave them out in the cold, someone who is not going to breadcrumb them, someone who is not going to ghost them with the Five of Pentacles. You know what? These cards, they just really do make me sad, because the two of you really been through some fucking shit when it comes to these relationships. And I'm not saying that the other signs haven't either. Okay. But we talking about you right now. So the both of you really been through stuff. So you can't expect there not to be things that you need to heal. Everybody that you come into contact with, you pick up their things, they pick up your things. And the longer you with somebody, the more their shit you pick up, and the more the more yours that they pick up. So you got to think about that. Okay. All right, let's clarify. Yeah. See. So this person, they've been through a lot of chaos with the last person they were in a connection with. Like I said, they've gotten dragged through several different relationships, just like you have. Okay. And, for a long period of time, they were in denial about certain things and not wanting to heal, not wanting to do, nobody wants to fucking do it. Okay. We don't want to do it. I get it. But in this situation, this is not going to come for free. Like I said, those of you who decided you don't want to be with the twin, and you like, okay, well, I don't want to be with the twin, so I don't have to heal. Baby, you won't get it. Or I'm telling you, if you end up with anybody, that person's going to come in and just trigger you all over again. So that's why I'm telling you, it is a situation where, what do they call it? This a catch-22. You have to do this healing if you're wanting to be in a connection with somebody, and for them to treat you right. Okay. But this person is wanting to come together with you. All right. After the two of you have healed, and they want to have teamwork, they want to collaborate, they want to compromise, they want to work with you, they want to build an amazing relationship with you. Okay. All right. So the next card here is representing what you want in a relationship dynamic. So we've got the World here. All right. This is all signs. It is talking about, you want a relationship where you're going to, both you and your person are going to overcome personal challenges. You're going to, open up together. You're going to move together through these things, open up new doors and opportunities for each other. And like I said, build an amazing dynamic and an amazing relationship together. Okay. Where, you inspire each other to be the best person you can be, I feel like. Okay. So in order to do that, there is something going on here with the toxic addiction card. Okay. It doesn't have to be, it could be drugs, sex, alcohol. It could be food. I always tell y'all this. It could be the gym. It doesn't have to be anything illicit. It could be just something you're putting too much time into. As I've told you before, work. You could be a workaholic. Whatever this toxic addiction is, this is something that needs to be dealt with, because it would detract from the relationship. Okay. All right. Let me get one more. Yeah. Okay. So we've got the bottled up emotions card as well. So we already know that this is going on. That's why the passive aggressive card showed up here. So Spirit is saying, you got to tap into these anger issues you have based on how you were treated by people, like by this twin and by other people in the past. So you can get past this, because this right here is a damn powder keg, and it will explode if you don't deal with it. Okay. All right. Okay. So the next card represents what your person, what the soulmate really wants in a relationship. Okay. So what they're looking for is, they're wanting the Lovers with Gemini energy here. Like I told you, somebody got Gemini in their chart. That's why it keeps showing up, and that's why I almost said it. Okay. So, and then we've got the Tower here, which is Scorpio energy. So this to me is saying that, they want to change when it comes to their love life. They want a relationship where, you know, both of you make the choice to get into this relationship and you vibe on every level, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. They want the perfect union and they feel like they can have it with you with the Lover's card. Okay, let's clarify. Okay, so there, you know, this person may be sending or you may be receiving messages from them, okay, with music, them certain songs. Okay, then we've got the suppression card here. So this is talking about them bottling up their emotions as well. Okay, that could be also be the reason why the Tower is showing up here, because like I told you, the two of you are mirroring each other. You see, because both of these talk about bottled up emotions, because it, look, it's right there, see it at the bottom, bottling up emotions. So both of you have things that you're angry about, and you have every right to be like this. Don't misinterpret what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you don't have a right to be angry, because if anybody mistreats you, hell yeah, that's the normal reaction, is to be angry. But what Spirit is telling you is don't let that become your new mode of operation. Okay, don't marinate in it, don't sit in it. You gotta get past this and move on. And so the same thing with your person, they've got to stop suppressing whatever it is that's suppressing it, you know, they're suppressing as well, because it could come into the relationship and blow things up. So imagine this, let me give you an example. If you come in and you like this, and your person comes in and is like this, what do you think is going to happen if the two of you have a disagreement? What do you think is going to happen if one day they say something and you know, they say something that like shakes up this bottle, or you say something to them that shakes up their bottle? What do you think is going to happen? It's going to fucking explode. And so you don't want to do that. You don't want to have that type of connection with someone where the both of you love each other like this. Okay, so you gotta love yourself and love this relationship and desire this relationship enough to do the work you need to do. So we've got also got the distance world travel card here. So this person may live at a distance from you. They may have to come to you or you come to them. All right, there may be a lot of travel between the both of you. Okay, so I feel like this is your person wanting the two of you to eventually be in the same place. Okay, all right, so the last placement here represents what your relationship is destined to be like. Okay, so we've got the Eight of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles here. All right, so this is about walking away from things that are no longer serving you. All right, and because look, the Eight of Cups, the person in the Eight of Cups is walking towards this Queen of Pentacles, walking towards their Nine of Cups. There's the Nine of Cups here, remember? So they're walking towards their Nine of Cups, which happens to be a long-term, stable, and committed relationship. So that's what this connection is about. The two of you getting yourselves together and making that trip to get to where you're wanting to be in your love life, both of you. Let's clarify. Yeah, see, this person's got triggers just like you got triggers, and they gotta heal those things just like you do. Okay, like I said, just because they're your soulmate and when they come in they're going to be right, it doesn't mean they didn't have to work to get there. So we got the clarity card. So they're going to be focusing on trying to get clarity and figure out, you know, what their triggers are and do the healing to get it together. Look, dude, see, look. And then this is about you, you know, the desire. So Spirit is telling you, use this passion and this desire you got for this person to do your healing. Do what you need to do, because like I said, don't think you can jump over it or skip over it, because we ain't doing this. Then look, somebody in this collective, okay, and like I said, I'm not making light of it or trying to make anybody feel bad, because everybody's got a thing. It doesn't matter if it's something that's looked down upon or not, because for instance, workaholic, right? Workaholism, you know, in our society, in American society, I don't know about other countries, but in American society, that's something that people celebrate. The fact that you want to work your damn self to death. But when you start to look at it, really look at it and look at the toll it takes on you, it's not good. And then if you're a workaholic, you're taking time away from your person. You have to remember that. So whatever this is, Cancer, you got to make sure that you take a look at it and you know, and figure it out. You gotta get it together, because I had to do it. I'm a workaholic. Okay. I don't know. I probably told y'all this before. I would sit here and read and read and read and read. If spirit don't tap me on the shoulder and be like, hey, you need to stop, I would just go. So I have to police myself. So I have my own things. Everybody's got a thing. All right. And like I told you, I'm the card reader, and I'm telling you. So whatever this is with the toxic addictions, you gotta work on it. Okay. All right. So we're gonna get some messages from spirit and see what else they want to tell you about the reading. Then we'll get some messages from your person. The new person, not the old one. Okay, so we've got choices. Consider all the options that are being presented before making a judgment call. I feel like spirit is talking about when you get together with this person, because you're going to have to make a choice. Remember, I think I may have said that to you. You're going to have to make a choice between the old person, because they're going to come running. The minute you start to commit to this new person, they're going to come running. So spirit is telling you to look at how they're both treating you, or how you got treated by both of them, and make an informed decision based on that. All right. Then we've got caution. Someone is hesitant and being careful in how they proceed out of fear of making mistakes. I feel like this is the soulmate. Okay. They're watching you, trying to make sure that they, dot all I's, cross all T's, because they don't want to mess this up. Like I said, they put you on a pedestal. You're the thing that they've always wanted, and they're trying not to make any mistakes. Okay. Then we've got runaway. Someone is trying to escape reality and avoid responsibility. Okay. It could be both of you with, the things that you've got to take a look at, the bottling up the emotions and things like that. Cause it's things you don't want to see, you don't want to deal with. Nobody wants to go back through this and hurt and all this kind of stuff, but you're doing this so that you don't have to hurt anymore. You don't have to shove anything down. You don't have to suppress anything, because you've healed it. And then we've got fear. Fear is creating a delay in the forward progression of this partnership. So the fears need to be healed, because if you're scared, you're not going to, even if you know that this is what you're headed towards, if the fear is big enough, it will stop you from moving in that direction. And the same for your person. Okay. All right. So now we're going to get some messages from your person. See what they want to tell you. Okay, so we've got thinking. It says, I'm thinking about you at this moment. The thought of you never leaves my mind, no matter where I go. The songs I'm hearing remind me of you. It makes me more vulnerable and makes me think more about you. Think about you more. Okay, so you're always on this person's mind. Then we have divine guidance. I'm amazed at how the universe brought us together. Everything keeps falling into place for us. There are divine forces at work guiding us to union. The divine is working behind the scene for us. If you look back at our journey, you will see it too. Okay. So this person, realizes that they're being guided by spirit, and that they're just surrendering and letting it happen. Okay. Okay. Then we've got mortality and you. You make mortality look beautiful. I find myself wishing I was someone else, only to grow old with you. You're a flash of life in the dead zone of my timeline. So this person wants to grow old with you. Okay. Like I said, they see you and only you, and they don't want to be with anybody else. All right. Hold on. So we've got, you are like an angel that came into my life to heal and nurture me. Like I said, this connection is going to be healing and nurturing for you both. Okay. You are this person's everything. Okay. They just want to hear your voice. They can't keep going on without you. Like I said, this person wants to be with you just as much as you want to be with them, Cancer. Remember that. It's not one-sided, okay? It's not that they're not thinking about you. It's not that they don't want to come forward towards you. But this is somebody that's very patient. They don't mind waiting. They know that things, good things take time, and they're willing to do what is necessary. They just know they're tapped in, they're at empath just like you, okay? Just a few more messages. So we've got, I can't help mentioning you to my close friends or family members. So this person talks about you to everybody, so everybody knows who the hell you are, Cancer. And you don't even realize it, but this person has told everybody about you. They're that excited to be with you. Then we've got, when I'm sad, I look at your pictures and I feel much better. All right. So you're the person that picks this person up. Okay. All right. So we're going to get some Black Hollywood romance stars, oracle cards before we go. Okay. Okay. So we have, okay. Yeah, Marvin Gaye. Hold on. First card, interferes. It says, as you face your interferes, you recognize what is holding you back from attracting a healthy and loving relationship with others and yourself. So this is spirit telling you to look inside, look at what you're bottling up there, look at what the addictions are and deal with it, because you know addictions have to do with you trying to run from pain. So whatever it is you're running from, with those addictions, that's something you need to look at as well. Okay. Then we've got sexual healing. Like I said, that's why I hear Marvin Gaye in my head. So we've got sexual energy can be used to reconnect. Let your bodies release some tension and enjoy pleasure. So like I told you, we had the desire card. What didn't we have passion or something like that? So you and this person, yeah, passionate romance. So you and this person, like I said, y'all are gonna be like magnets to each other. Okay. All right, Cancer. I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Cancer. Hi, Cancer. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at what's going on with your new love, with the soulmate. Okay. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Let's go ahead and get started. Is this spirit? This one? This one? Okay, here we go. So, okay, Cancer, the overall energy for your person's reading this week is the Queen of Cups. So this is Scorpio energy for me. It could mean that your person has water placements. They could also have Cancer or Pisces placements as well. But when this card shows up, this is spirit telling me Scorpio. Okay. Underneath this is the Empress card, Taurus Libra energy. It is talking about, you know, getting more in touch with your softer side, standing in your power. And I feel like that's what your person is doing. They are stepping back into the independent side of themselves, and also, you know, opening themselves back up emotionally after what they went through in a previous relationship. Then we've got the Nine of Cups showing up, which is telling me, you know, you are this person's wish fulfillment, and it's about them trying to obtain that wish fulfillment, because with Three of Cups, this is them wanting to have reunion with you, wanting to celebrate. The reason why I'm saying reunion is because you and this person have had past lives together with this Six of Cups card. It again is talking about a soulmate energy and the two of you coming into union. Okay. Okay, this person wants to give you a higher level of commitment with the Hierophant, whether it be marriage or a committed relationship. Okay. And they may come in out of nowhere with this Knight of Swords. So that's an air sign or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Okay. Because you are their wish come true with the star. Okay. So this person could be in the spotlight. You could be in the spotlight. You know, you could be on social media, that type of thing. Okay. So we're going to start by clarifying this Queen of Cups. Hold on one second. Okay, one second. Oh, cards are falling everywhere. Okay. Spirit is letting you know, Cancer, this is your card. that everything is going to happen in divine timing. Okay. You need to focus on setting better boundaries in your life is what Spirit is letting you know. Okay. When it comes to your person, to clarify this Queen of Cups. Okay. Remember I told you this Queen of Cups is talking about them having a lot of love for you with this Scorpio card. And to clarify, we've got the marriage card. So this person is wanting to marry you is what Spirit is telling you. Okay. And then you may be getting messages from this person or receiving, or they could be receiving messages from you with the music card. Okay. So random songs, you may be getting random songs in your head and it could be coming from this person. Okay. All right. So in the recent past, we have the parish card because you can't say the actual word. We have the Princess of Cups, and we've got the Ten of Wands here. So in the past, this person went through a transformation, okay? They had an ending. I feel like an ending to a relationship. Let me clarify. Okay, so they had an ending to a relationship, okay? Because, you have to have endings in order to have new beginnings, all right? And this ended up being a gift for this person, okay? Even though they may not have seen it that way when it actually happened, all right? This person, like I said before, is stepping back into their independent energy, right? With the Princess of Cups. This is a water sign or someone with a lot of water in their chart, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is Pisces energy. So, like I said, your person could have water placements as well, not just you. Okay. So with this Princess of Cups card, this is talking about, this person either had a love offer for someone or someone tried to give them a love offer in the past in a relationship. And with the Ten of Wands, it became a burden. Okay. And they had a revelation about this situation. Okay. That it, it was ended up being a gift, even though at the time it was a burden. Okay. So I feel like the same thing that happened to you happened to this person. It may not have necessarily been a twin flame connection, but I feel like it was a situation where your person got into something with someone. This person was wearing a mask. They may have been trying to use your person either for like money, a place to stay. I don't know, some type of, they wanted something from your person. And whatever mask they were wearing fell off. And it ended up being a situation where, your person has to heal from what happened. Okay. I feel like for a lot of them, this person thought that they had found the person they were going to end up staying with. Okay. So for some of you, this marriage card could represent the fact that they were married to someone else. And now, that has ended, that has since ended. Okay. Okay. So what's going on in the current energy is the High Priestess. Okay. Pisces energy showing up again. The Four of Swords and the Knight of Cups. Okay. So what this is telling me is that your person is following their intuition. Okay. They're using this Four of Swords energy to heal themselves from what has happened, okay, or the remnants of what's left over, because I feel like they've done a lot of healing, but they still have, a lot more to go, or more to go. Let me say more to go. I don't necessarily know if it's a lot, okay? And then with the Knight of Cups, they're going to come out of this Four Swords energy. I don't know why these cards are just flying everywhere. They just flying out of my hand. Okay. They're going to come out of this energy into the Knight of Cups, wanting to give you a love offer, a very romantic love offer with their heart on their sleeves and everything, because they have healed themselves with this Four of Swords energy. All right. So this person has a lot of passion for you. They're very loyal. Okay. This person can see the both of you growing old together, but they do have trust issues because of what happened with this other person. Okay. And that is what is affecting their need, that is what is putting them in the energy where they're needing to step into this Four Swords energy to heal so that they can come out as the Knight of Cups. Okay. All right. Okay. So in the immediate future, we have the Hanged Woman, which is normally the Hangman. Again, Pisces energy. So one of you has Pisces placements, or you both have it. The Seven of Cups is showing up here, and then the moon. All right, let me clarify. Okay, so we got the twin showing up here. Hold on. Okay, so your twin is clouded. I gotta read it because there's somebody here that needs to hear this. This person is clouded, the twin. All right, the person that if you had a relationship with this person and it didn't work out and they played a lot of games, they dragged you, breadcrumbing, leaving you on red, leaving you out in the cold, all these things. This person is clouded, okay? They're unable to think clearly, unable to make decisions, poor concentration, because they have abandonment wounds that they need to heal. And then, like I said, they're in prideful and egoic energy, which is the reason why they're acting the way that they're acting. And they're going to continue to act like this as long as they don't heal themselves. But they have to heal themselves, is what Spirit is saying, okay? Hold on. Okay, so like I said, this person ended up being rejected by whoever it was they were in this relationship with, okay? With the hang woman here. So this is about them having to look at this from a different perspective and having to heal this rejection. This person may have had a lot of instances where they were rejected, okay? And so I feel like it may have snowballed into a thing because I can see there's a card in this deck that says hardship, and it's a man rolling a boulder, a huge ass boulder up a hill. And I feel like with your person, this is something that has been repeated, okay, when it comes to the rejection. So they're trying to look at this from a different perspective and let go of it because it's no longer serving them, okay? Then we've got the Seven of Cups here. This is talking about, them having options, a lot of options. I feel like you may have options as well. But we've got the soulmate card here. So this is Spirit saying that yes, they have a lot of options, but they're choosing to be with you, which, you are their soulmate. Okay. Then we've got the moon card here showing up, which is Cancerian energy, your energy. It's also Pisces again. So this is talking about, it can talk about drowning in your emotions. It can speak of, you know, just things being hidden, secrets. Okay. So this person may have found out a lot about whoever this was that they were with. And this is about them trying to get clarity. I feel like, you know what this is too? I feel like this card is Spirit saying that to them, you seem like a mystery at times, and they're trying to get clarity on how to come towards you with this clarity card. Okay. All right. So let's get some messages from Spirit. Okay, so we have mastery. Spirit is saying that your person, you know, has learned the spiritual lesson, okay, that they were supposed to learn. But wait, because the timing is not quite right. We know that this is being handled, through divine timing. Okay, Spirit, take your hands off the wheel because this is Spirit that's controlling this. And then Spirit is telling you when the two of you come together to go slowly. Okay, Cancer, because in the past I feel like you may have moved fast through connections and it did not work out in your favor. That's why Spirit is asking you to go slow with this person. Okay, and then also because you've both been hurt, and Spirit does not want this to be a situation where the both of you end up having a missed opportunity because you went too fast. Because remember, I just showed you this person has trust issues, and I feel like a lot of you may still have them as well because of the things you've been through. It's normal. Okay. All right. So we've got the promise card here. So your person is saying, I want to make a commitment. I wish you knew just how special you are to me. It kills me not to be able to tell you. You amaze me with your compassion and kindness through this time apart. I promise I will make things right between us. So this person, like I said, they're coming in and promising you, commitment, because that's what they want. They don't want to just play around with you. Okay. I hear Michael Jackson. I just can't stop loving you. Okay, this person is telling you that the two of you belong together. All right. Their love for you grows each and every day. They're struggling to feel good enough for you. Remember, I told you this person feels intimidated by you at times. That's why this another reason why this high priestess can show up. It can talk about you being a mystery to them and you feeling at times unattainable. They've put you on a pedestal. Okay. All right. But they've got, like I said, they've got a lot of passion for you though. Okay. So there it is. I won't ever stop loving you. Okay. All right. So this person, like I said, this is going to be somebody that the way they look at you on day one, day 2001 or day 20,001, this person is still going to look at you the same way. Okay. With love in their eyes, their heart full, all of these things, they're still going to look at you that same way, and they see you as a gift. Okay. A gift to them, which is why I told you they're doing what they need to do to prepare for this connection. Okay. So they're saying that they can be themselves with you. They wonder how you feel. They're recovering, like I told you, recovering from these past relationships, and then they have good news they wish they could share with you. Okay. All right. Get one more message. Okay. They're telling you that your union is inevitable. Okay. So it's going to happen. Of course, you have free will, but they're telling you, they're going to come in. It says they're saying you're going to see them in your dreams. Okay. So before you go, we're going to pull some romance angel oracle cards and see what else Spirit wants to tell you about the reading. Okay. So past life relationship, you have known each other before. Then we've got finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So somebody's got to get their money together. It could be this person if they were, if they were in a marriage and they got divorced, it could be them, or this could be you needing to square yourself away financially, okay? Because this is about you being independent and standing on your own 2 feet, okay? Bottom of the deck, it says honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So like I said, we had the marriage card show up. So this could be talking about, like I said, you two getting married and going on a honeymoon, okay? All right. Cancer, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Cancer. Hi, Cancer. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at what's going on with you and your soulmate when it comes to new love, okay? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. This one too? These two? Okay. Okay, Cancer. Overall energy for this week's reading is the King of Wands. So this is a fire sign or someone with a lot of fire in their chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is talking about somebody coming into your life that's going to be very protective. They're going to be, like a boss. This is somebody that, is preparing themselves to come into this connection with you, okay? They may travel, because look at the wand that they're pointing at the globe. So this person may travel for work. They could be, somebody that goes on a lot of different adventures. It's going to be different for all of you, okay? But this is going to be, I feel like a relationship that contains travel or a lot of travel, or like I said, one or the both of you may travel together, okay? Underneath this is the Nine of Wands, fire sign, or excuse me, why am I saying fire sign? It is a fire sign card, but it is talking about they're being, showing up as the wounded warrior from all the things that you've gone through. And I feel like all these wands on the ground here represent different situations you've been through. Okay. And look at the smoke that's coming up from all of these wands. I feel like for a lot of you, these are still like hot button issues for you that need to be looked at, that need to be dealt with. Okay. And look at this person. They've got two wands at the ready. So it's like they've had to use all of these wands in situations that they've been in when it comes to their love life. And then they're standing there on guard. So it's like, you're on guard. You feel like you can't relax when it comes to your love life. Okay. But I feel like Spirit is telling you to keep persisting, keep moving through, take care of these issues here with these wands, and you're going to be successful. Okay. We've got the Eight of Swords showing up here. This could talk about you being stuck in your head, okay, about what has happened in your past. But if you realize it, this is self-imposed. I feel like this is Spirit here telling you you can get out of this anytime you're ready, because you're doing it to yourself. Okay. So Spirit is telling you, you can use the sword here to cut those bindings that you have on your arm, and take that blindfold off, and then just get up and walk out and pick up your hat and pick up your broom and fly off whenever you're ready. Okay. We have the Seven of Swords here. This can talk about, you being betrayed. I feel like your person was betrayed as well, and this, the people that you were engaging with in relationships pretty much tried to get away with things, but I feel like they were caught at the end of the day. Okay. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune showing up here. This is Spirit telling you that this connection, this new person, this soulmate that's coming in is fated. This is destiny. It's supposed to happen. I feel like it was written like in the stars, or written in your records before you came down here, of what was supposed to happen. Okay. And then we have the Ace of Wands here. This is talking about, a passionate, new, fresh start when it comes to love. Okay. Yeah. Then there's the King of Cups, and it's talking about balance and listening to your intuition under that. Okay. So we're going to start by clarifying this King of Wands. Like I said, it's going to be somebody protective, somebody very independent, but this will not be someone with whom, if you think you're going to lock this person down, this is not the type of person that you do that to. This is someone who will inspire trust, so you won't feel like you'll have to do that with them. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. King of Wands. I feel like this person, I've told you this before, Cancer, this person has a lot of options, but I feel like, at times you do as well. Okay. So this is going to be, about the both of you understanding that hold on. You choose each other. This person chooses you. They have other options. You have other options as well. But I feel like the both of you are going to gravitate towards each other. Okay, so we've got the distant going separate ways cards here. Okay, I feel like this is what's going on with you. This is the aftermath of the last connection you were in. Okay, you're distant from this person. You're going separate ways. Okay, because of unjust behavior here with the Justice card in reverse. This is Libra energy. So this is about you feeling victimized by what happened, the imbalance in the connection, this person not loving you the way you love them, or not treating you the way you deserve to be treated. And, this was a situation where, like I said, you got things that happened to you you didn't deserve, Cancer. Let me say it like that. But I feel like you've learned from this. You're trying to heal yourself and move forward, because this new person is coming here. Okay. And this is going to be somebody completely different from the one you've dealt with. So yeah, this is Spirit telling you from your person's side that change is coming in the form of this soulmate. Okay. All right. When it comes to your relationship foundation, okay, we got the Page of Swords showing up here, air sign, or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, and the Five of Pentacles. So I feel like what Spirit is saying is that you're both coming from a situation where you were left out in the cold, you were ghosted, you were mistreated, you were devalued, you were dragged, whatever you want to call it. Both of you received unfair, unjust treatment. And with this Page of Swords, I feel like, see how he's got that little, it's like a mini, what do they call a mini sword? Like is it a katana? I don't know what they call the little one, but I feel like this person, this is Spirit saying that you're both going to be in the energy where you're tentatively willing to try again with the Page of Swords, even though the Page of Swords can talk about delays, and Spirit could be saying also that there may be a delay to the two of you coming together because you both have to heal from what you've experienced. You got to come in from out, out in the cold, from being out in the cold. But with this Page of Swords, I feel like your person is watching you. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. And you're watching this person too, because I always tell you, when you watch tarot and you talking about your person, that's what you're doing. Okay. Yeah. See, you and this person are well aware of each other on the fifth dimension. Okay. You're together already in the fifth dimension. Okay. And I feel like it's their higher self sending you those songs and those messages. All right. Okay. When it comes to your person, we've got the sadness and loss card here. So this person may have lost somebody in their life, because when this card comes up for me, a lot of times that's what it can talk about. So they may have had somebody, recently in their life pass away. This can also speak of, just them experiencing a lot of sadness and loss when it comes to their love life. Okay. But they are going to shake it off with this fresh start card because they want to start over and try it one more time with you. Okay. All right, the next cards we're going to take a look at represent your emotions in this connection. So we've got the Six of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. Oh, that's beautiful. So this is talking about, you coming in emotionally, wanting to give, have equal give and take with this person, and to build a connection that, where it could lead to marriage, it could lead to a higher level of commitment, because this is the marriage card, and you and this person building a family together. Let's clarify. Okay, so for you, we've got busy lifestyle showing up here. So Spirit is telling you that if this is what you want, is this Six of Pentacles and this Four of Wands relationship, you're going to have to slow down when it comes to this busy lifestyle, because you have to make time, space, and time and space for this person to be in your life. Okay. When it comes to your person, they're disconnecting and relaxing. This is like the Four of Swords. So what Spirit is telling me is this person is taking, the time to look at the sadness and loss that they've experienced, that we talked about, when we were talking about the foundation. And with this meeting someone new card, this is talking about them meeting you, about the two of you coming together. All right. Okay. So when it comes to your person's emotions, we've got the Five of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles here. So this person is coming from a place where, there were a lot of mind games being played on them with this Five of Swords. But I also feel like this card is doubling and saying that this person refuses to be beaten by what happened to them. And with the Five of Swords, they're going to do what they can to win at all costs, because they want to build a family. They want to build love, and they want to build a legacy with you with this Ten of Pentacles. Okay. Let's clarify. Okay, look, there's the distance. You and this person could be at a distance. Like I told you, we've got world travel here. So this person could be somebody, they travel for work, okay? Or you and them, when you come together, you're going to be traveling a lot together, okay? Let me get a card for you. Yeah, see, this person's going to come in like you're like a knight in shining armor for you, okay? But they ain't coming to rescue you, because you're going to rescue yourself, Cancer. And this person is going to come in and they're going to be like the icing on the cake, okay? The icing on the cake. There's not going to be a thing where they're going to sweep you off your feet, but I feel like you're already going to be standing in your power when this person shows up, okay? All right, the next card represents the challenges in the connection. So we got the Four of Pentacles. This is about the both of you opening yourself up, okay? Because you've been through it. Normally with the Four of Pentacles, it's a man that has a pentacle above his head, one covering his chest, which is talking about him holding himself back emotionally, and one under each foot, okay? But in this connection, in this card, this person is sitting on a trunk with Four Pentacles in it. So Spirit is telling you that the challenge is going to be to open yourself up to each other, to trust each other and yourselves enough to open up slowly to each other, okay? Not a thing where Spirit is not asking you to come running in, because remember, I told you, a lot of you have had fast moving relationships in the past and it ended up blowing up in your face. So Spirit is telling you to go slow, because there's a card in this deck here in this deck. Look, look, I picked, picked it up. I picked it up. You can't make it up. I picked it up because I saw it in my head. Spirit showed it to me in my head, and I said, "Oh, that's the card they're showing me to clarify what I'm saying to you." So they're telling you go slow. Take the time to get to know each other. This is not some fast moving thing because you're going to be in love with this person. This is going to be a life partner if the two of you decide that that's what you want and you want this higher level of commitment and to build this family and legacy together. And so if that is the case, then this is about the two of you taking your time to get to know each other, okay? Because there's no rush. If you're going to be with this person forever, there's no rush to get to know each other, okay? That once you start to trust each other and realize that the other person is not going anywhere, then I feel like, you're going to be okay with the speed at which the relationship goes, which is a slow speed, okay? Like the tortoise, not the hare, okay? All right, let's clarify. Yeah. Oh, so look, this person's going to admire your beauty or your handsomeness. Cancer men that watch me, admiring your handsomeness, make it fit, okay? And then we've got soulmates, deeply in love, two peas in the pod. So you and this person are gonna be two peas in the pod. That's the one thing I always love that saying. Two peas in the pod. Y'all gonna love the hell out of each other, okay? But you have to go slow because you've both been hurt and you don't want to jump up into something because you don't know what's gonna trigger them. They're not gonna always know what's gonna trigger you. And so to avoid that, to keep it from happening or to cut down on the amount of times it happens, you both need to move slowly. Okay. It's like when you know how you approach a dog that's been mistreated, and I'm not calling y'all animals. Okay. This is just an analogy. So just take it as it resonates. It's not meant in a disrespectful manner. I'm just giving you something to think about. Okay. So just like you would approach an animal that has been mistreated, you would move slowly. You wouldn't make any sudden movements, right? You would approach slowly and gradually come towards the animals. That's the same thing you need to do in this relationship. Okay. All right. See, and this person is drawn to you. Like I told you, they're in love with you. They watch you. We had the Page of Swords show up here. They are just waiting for Spirit to give them the go ahead to come up to appear in your life. Okay. All right. So when it comes to the last card here, it's the potential outcome. And we got the Knight of Cups. I love it. Water sign or someone with a lot of water in their chart, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. And this is talking about the both of you opening yourself up, coming towards each other with a love offer, with your heart open. And laying all your cards out on the table and just being honest. But like I said, slowly. It's not, this is not the Knight of Swords where somebody's impulsive and they do stuff fast and then, it's a thing where somebody ends up saying, oh my God, we're moving too fast. That's what happens. Okay, you notice that sometimes you'll hear that in relationships, or you'll hear somebody say that y'all were going along really good, but you're going really fast, and then all of a sudden somebody gets scared. And so we're trying to stop that from happening. You don't want it to be a situation to where you're coming together and then because too much is happening, you don't want the other person or you to have to second guess the connection, because there's nothing to second guess in this situation. What is happening? That's why Spirit is telling you to go slow, because you need to go slow so you can think about what you're doing and your person can think about what they're doing. All right. And then when you have a chance to think and process and all that stuff, your movements will be more intentional and you'll come together and it not be a situation where, because if one person starts to say that, well, I feel like we're moving too fast, the other person is automatically going to feel rejected. And then that's going to set the two of you back. Okay. So we're trying to avoid all of that foolishness because you already had the kind of crazy, but hell, you didn't even have nobody telling you that they felt like you was moving too fast. They fucking left, right? So we're trying to avoid that because that's traumatic. That's traumatic when somebody does that to you. And it's like, even if you do end up coming back together with that person, it fucks with the trust because you like, I tried to come towards you and then you ran or you backed off and it causes like a rift, and which is going to make it take even longer for the two of you to come in together. That's why Spirit is telling you to go slowly, because you have both been traumatized. Okay. And even though when you heal it, still part of you will be like, okay, it's like, even though you've forgiven the person and you let it go, you still never forget what you just went through, especially if it's something recent, right? So that's why Spirit is telling you it's so important for you to take your time. All right. Yeah. See, because Spirit is telling you the fear card reversed. So Spirit is telling you, if you go slowly, because this comes from your person side, if you go slowly, there will be no fear because you'll be moving at a pace that is good for both of you. All right. Okay. Let me get a card for you. I hear I Just Can't Stop Loving You with Michael Jackson. That's what I hear. Why is this coming up, Spirit? Hold on. Let me clarify this card. Okay. I know what you're saying. Okay. All right. The card that's showing up for you is personalities clash. And the reason why this is showing up is because Spirit is saying that when you go fast with someone, a lot of times you're not having, like I said, you don't have time to think about, okay, they did this and what did this mean, and whatever, or you start to second guess yourself and all this kind of stuff. And this is about both of you bringing two personalities together, and though you will have a lot in common and it will be a lot of similar experiences that the two of you have had in love, you're still two people with two different backgrounds, two different experiences. And this is about stopping the personalities from clashing, because this will lead to fight. That if somebody backs off and is like, we going too fast, the other person gets hurt, they feel hurt, they feel rejected, and then the next thing you know, and y'all going at it, you arguing. And so to cut down on all of that and stop that from happening, that's why this card is coming up. Spirit is saying this is what will happen if you go too fast. Your personalities are going to clash because you're not at a point yet where you understand each other enough to go at a rapid pace. Okay. All right. And then we got to clarify that card. It says hard to say goodbye. Okay. So that's what I feel like Spirit is saying. And also saying that you experienced this in the past with this other person. All right. And the two of you ended up saying goodbye to each other, but it was because of other stuff too. It wasn't just because of the speed of the relationship, or it was personalities clashing. I feel like you and this person didn't get along with this, you and this twin, because the twin operated completely differently than you. Like I said, I feel like you, Cancer, you a good person. You try to put people first. You try to give to other people, and be emotional, give people your love. That's what people don't understand about water signs. When we give you your love, give you our love, give you our emotions, that's like like one of our biggest love languages is the emotion, giving you the emotion, because it's not easy living in this world being an emotional person. Okay. And so I feel like that's what you were doing with this twin, but the twin was just like, yeah, whatever. It was all over the damn place. Okay. So that's another reason why I feel like this card is coming up. But Spirit is saying that will cut down on that happening if you go at a good, at a good clip, at a slower pace. Yeah. See, you was dealing with a player. That's what Spirit is telling you with this twin. Okay. All right. So now we're going to get some messages from Spirit. Look, Knight of Cups again, coming up a second time. Like I said, I feel like you're both going to be giving each other a very romantic love offer with, like I said, your heart on your sleeve. Because like I told you, I feel like this new person is going to have water placements like you have, because we had a lot of water show up in this reading. Okay. And so I feel like they're going to have, hold on. We had a lot of fire. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, there was water because there was a King of Cups showed up here too. So we had water that showed up in here, which talking about balance too, emotional and logical balance. But they're coming in, like I said, this says romantic, flirtatious, falling in love, being swept off your feet, a sudden love affair. Okay. Situations or topics that make your heart flutter. So like I said, this person will be coming in and you will be coming in the same way. I feel like you're going to mirror each other when it comes to how you show up in the connection in the beginning. Okay, so we're going to get some messages from your person for the new person. Nothing from the twin. Okay, so it says the thought of you with someone else drives me insane. So like I said, this person's not going to be down with nobody trying to mess with you, okay? True love is hard to find, but I found it with you. Okay. Look, the card we all hate to see, divine timing. It says, we are on the journey and the divine dance on the soul plane. It will manifest into the physical world in perfect divine timing. All we have to do is trust and have faith that all will work out beautifully. Okay. Like I said, it sounds all beautiful. It sounds all beautiful. But when you that person there waiting, not trust me, I know you be like, come on already. Okay. We also have two other cards. It says thinking and spark. So the thinking card says, I'm thinking about you at this moment. The thought of you never leaves my mind, no matter where I go. The songs I'm hearing remind me of you. It makes me more vulnerable and think about you even more. Okay. Then we have spark. My love for you is written in the stars. We have a spark between us, which is undeniable and visible to everyone around us. You are the miracle that dropped into my life and lit me from within. Look up at the stars tonight and know that I'm under the same sky thinking about you. We are destined to be together for many lifetimes. We don't need to rush this love. See, Spirit is telling you again, our love is eternal, or your person is telling you through this card. Okay, so you and this person have a very passionate, a very powerful spark together. Okay, you are this person's one and only. We also have, no matter what happens, their heart will always belong to you. And the thought of you drives this person crazy. They don't want nobody with you, nobody else with you, nobody else to have you, and you, because you belong to them. Oh, it failed. So I got to show you. Drugs and alcohol card came up. Let me clarify it. Let me see why this is showing up. Card Spirit. Okay, it's being clarified by the reciprocity card. It says adjustments are being made. So I feel like Spirit is telling you that, you know, any issues on either side of this connection, I feel like both of you are doing what you need to do to, you know, deal with it. Okay. Okay. Person can't stop thinking about you, you know, and they're, you know, tired of being alone. They're ready to for the two of you to come together. That Michael Jackson song is just going in my head. They can't stop loving you. Okay, and they say they will always come back to you. All right. So now we have the oracle cards. We're going to get the Black Hollywood Romance Stars oracle cards before we go. Okay, we have Enchanted Love. It says a sacred bond that is divinely guided and harmonious. Okay. Then we have deeper intimacy. The feelings of emotional closeness and love allow you to feel safe, desired, and more connected to your partner. So this is about opening yourself up, because the you know, more you can open yourself up, the deeper the intimacy is going to be between the two of you. Okay. All right, Cancer. I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Cancer. Hi, Cancer. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at the beginning of the month. This is a timeless reading, but it is a monthly reading. And so whenever you find this is what you're meant to hear. And we are going to talk about you and your soulmate, okay? This is new love. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. Liking your reading so far? Okay. Okay, Cancer. Overall energy for this month's reading is the Knight of Pentacles. Earth sign or someone with a lot of earth in their chart, towards Virgo, Capricorn. This is talking about a love offer coming towards you, something stable, you know, long-term, committed, grounded, but it's moving at a snail's pace because it is the slowest night of the deck. Slowest night slowest knight of the deck. Let's try that again. But underneath this, that's what this is what this Knight of Pentacles is bringing you, is this Ace of Cups. So this is for a, brand new relationship for a lot of you. For some of you, it could be a rekindled romance, okay? But like I said, it's up to you. If whoever it is that's bringing it, if you don't want it, it's your choice to say yes or no, okay? So underneath this is Temperance. It's Sagittarius energy. It's Spirit telling you that this connection is going to require balance, but it's also going to be healing, and you're going to balance each other out as well. Then we have the Hangman here. This is Pisces energy. This is Spirit saying that this is about, you seeking enlightenment when it comes to the things that have happened to you in the past in your relationships. This is about you letting go of things that no longer serve you. Okay. All right. So we're going to start, Cancer, by clarifying this Knight of Pentacles. Ooh, okay. So give me 1 second. Okay. You and this person are lovers in the 5th dimension. You are together already in the 5D. Okay. That's why a lot of you can feel this person in your energy, because you're empath just like I am. And I can feel my person strong. And it's like every day, it's like we're coming closer, closer together, and it's getting stronger. Okay. We've got the karmic partner card coming up, but it fell in the reverse. And I feel like what Spirit is saying is that, gone are the days where you're going to be pulled into third party situations, because this new person, they're not about that shit, because it happened to them as well, and they know what it feels like. You and this person are ascending, okay? This is talking about learning and expansion, transcending, preparing for union, preparing for the new phase of your life, because your life is about to change, Cancer, in a way that you never thought possible, okay? So when it comes to your person, they are making plans. Like I told you, this person already knows who you are. They are already deeply in love with you, and they're ready to move forward and live their life with you. Okay. All right. So the first card we're going to talk about represents the main theme of the month, and it's justice, Libra energy. It's talking about balance, and it's also talking about karmic justice, like everybody getting their just desserts, what they deserve. So you were mistreated in your past relationships. So was your person. And so both of you are being rewarded with each other. Okay. Let's clarify. Okay, so what is happening this month, Cancer, is, this is Scorpio energy with the Phoenix card. And this is about you stepping into a new phase, okay? And you are, having a renewal. You're having growth and expansion, all right? You're rising from the ashes. It's like you're going through a transformation, and you're, rising from the ashes like a phoenix, okay? You're being, told that it's time for you to release certain things, negative beliefs, limiting beliefs you have about relationships, because this new person, as I told you, they're going to come in and turn your ideas about relationships on its head. Okay. Then we have the seduction card showing up here. There's going to be a lot of attraction, a lot of teasing. You and this person may end up hooking up, because I told you the passion is strong. Okay. It is strong, because I'm going to sit here and tell you, I'm not saying no to my person. So if you can't hold back, I mean, it just is what it is. It just is what it is, because the passion is like crazy, crazy strong. And it's like you feel like if you don't touch your person, or you don't have some kind of something with them, you feel like you're going to lose your mind. You know how you feel when you have a itch, and you feel like if you don't scratch it, you can't get to it. Say it's somewhere on your body, you can't get to, like on your back, the middle of your back or something like that. And you like, I can't get this. And you're like, if I don't scratch this itch, I'm going to fucking scream. It's like that. You feel like that with this person, because that's how like drawn to each other both of you are. Okay. So when it comes to your person, they've been in a lot of relationships where there was finger pointing, where the other person was wearing a mask. They were misrepresenting themselves. They were devaluing your person, and then turning around and gaslighting your person and making them feel like it was their fault. Okay. There has been a lot of illumination for this person when it comes to what has happened in their, prior relationships. And I feel like, they have grown very much as a result of it. Okay. So when it comes to the second card we're going to take a look at here, we have the past influences that are affecting this month, and we have the Ace of Wands. So this is talking about a fresh new start in love, a very passionate start. This is what I feel like you've always wanted. So let's clarify. Yeah, so you're thinking a lot about the past, or this could be somebody else. It could be the twin thinking about the past, okay? Thinking about what they lost, because I'm telling you, they over there in the corner kicking themselves because they messed up. They know they messed up a good thing, okay? When it comes to your person, they're on the right path, okay? They are moving towards you. I feel like it may be slowly, but I feel like both of you need slow, because you may have both rushed into connections in the past, and like I told you before, it's blown up in your face because you weren't ready to be in something, like being that, like running and crashing into each other, and you don't know each other that much, and then the triggers come up, and then there's arguments and stuff like that. So I feel like, Spirit is saying just slow and steady wins the race, okay? So we've got the addiction card showing up here. I feel like, it's talking about obsession, possession, control, emotional blocks, codependency. I feel like these were some of the things that, you've had to overcome, a codependent relationship, or, being blocked emotionally. Okay. This could have been what you were exposed to with this twin. Okay. Then we've got the date card. So Spirit is telling you it's time to get back out there. You're going to be meeting somebody new, setting a date, or possibly dating online for some of you. Okay, the next card represents the roadblocks of the month. So we got Six of Wands. I don't know why I hear George Michael in my head. Freedom, not the old Freedom, because he had a Freedom song back in the 80s. Not that one. The last one he did with the black and white cover on the album. So like in the 90s, like the early 90s or something like that. That song, the one with all the people singing and it sounds like a choir. That song. Okay, so the one where it says freedom, you got to give for what you take. That's the one I'm talking about. So the Six of Wands is talking about, recognition. So this may be a roadblock for you, because, your career may be heating up, or, whatever creative endeavors you're chasing or going after at this time. You may be focused on that and not really focused on a relationship at this time, because you're trying to get your coin together. And trust me, I understand. Okay. I understand, because that's what I'm doing. I'm chasing my coins right now. So with this Six of Wands, whatever you're doing may be blowing up. This can talk about a promotion if you work for a company, or just, unexpected clients, unexpected money coming in if you have your own business. Okay, let's clarify. Six of Wands. Okay, yeah, this new person coming in is going to be very devoted to you. And then look at what they're coming in with. They're coming in straight up with the commitment. Okay, like I said, you're going on dates, but this is going to be dates with an intention for the two of you to, not to just hook up, but to be committed, to be in a committed connection, or get married if that's what you're wanting. Okay, all right, let me see. Oh, and when it comes to your person, look, see, they're drawn to you. They can't stay away from you. I feel like, they champing at the bit. They like, come on, Spirit, we gonna let me come in. We gonna let me come in. I feel like that's what's going on with them, because there's a card in this deck. It says, I crave you, right? And I feel like that's what's going on with your person. So they are, building their courage up. They're determined to come in and get what is theirs. They feel like you are theirs, but in a good way. It's not a negative way, or like a stalker type of way. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and clarify. Yeah, because see, both of you have been through a lot of backstabbing. Okay. This is like the Ten of Swords. So, heartbreak and pain, separation and loss, deception and lies, shocking attacks from your person where they lied, or they, like I said, tried to pull you into a third party. That's why we had that karmic partner card, just being dishonest. And, that's my thing. That's my thing. If you want to be out there, you'll be out there. Just tell everybody the goddamn truth and let them choose whether or not they want to be in third party or whatever. Because there's people out there in this day and age that are fine with that. But see, that is what shows you. That's the difference between selfish people and people that really care about other people, or really conscious of what they're doing. They don't want willing participants. They want people that they can play games with. That's what they're wanting. That's why they do it the way that they do it. Okay, so y'all have been through a lot of horrible things, but I feel like it was to get you prepared for this particular connection, because like I told you, this is a lifetime partner, a life partner for a lot of you. Okay, all right, so the last card here represents the possibilities of the month. So we've got the King of Pentacles showing up here, earth sign or someone with a lot of earth in their chart, towards Virgo, Capricorn. I feel like this is talking about there's a possibility you and your person are going to come together, or if you're already together, you could be going to a higher level of commitment now, because some of you that are watching my channel have already met this person. Okay, all right, let's clarify. King of Pentacles. Yeah, okay, yeah. So in the past, you were treated like an option, right? Like a one night stand, somebody you could, string along, and in a lot of unconventional relationships. And I feel like Spirit is saying, the time for that is over. All right. When it comes to your person, you may meet this person on some type of special occasion. It could be your birthday. It could be their birthday. It could be some type of party. For some of you, it could be the new year. All right. It could be, during the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever type of thing like that. Okay. Then we have the disconnect and relax card. Spirit is telling you to calm down and relax. Take time out for yourself. There's actually a deck. Where is that deck? There's a deck I was going to use instead of the one that I did choose to use with you. And at the bottom of the deck is the Four of Swords. So it is, again, Spirit saying again that some of you need to rest, because this connection is going to require a lot of your energy, because you're dealing with somebody new. It's going to be a lot of excitement around this connection, because you both are going to be happy to be with each other, happy to be with somebody you can trust. Like I said, the passion, you're going to want to rip each other's clothes off. You're going to need energy for that. So you're going to need, you're going to need energy to have your sexy time. So, that's what I'm telling you. So we've got the answer is no card that flew out, but it's upside down. So I feel like this is Spirit telling you that your person is coming. We got summertime here. This could be somebody, I'm going to interpret it like this. This could be somebody that you already know, that you may have had dealings with this past summer. For some of you, I feel like this could be talking about when you finally commit to each other. Okay, it could be by the summer of next year, but I feel like the majority of you will have already met your person by this time. Okay, all right. So that's why it's incentive for you to do your work, to do your healing, to do the things you need to do, so you can, come into union with this person when you're supposed to. Okay. All right. So let's get some messages from Spirit, see what else they want to tell you about the reading. For Cancer, Spirit. Okay, so Spirit is telling you to go slow. That's why this Knight of Pentacles is showing up here. Go slow. Take time to get to know each other. Okay, we don't want no rushing. We already know there's love involved. We already know there's passion involved. Ain't nobody telling you to not spend time with this person or whatever. But don't be moving in next week or you know what I'm saying? Don't be doing that stuff, because you know that this person and you belong together. And there's no reason for you to rush. Okay. This is about both of you taking your time, so that nobody gets scared. Nobody gets their toes stepped on. If there are any triggers that come up, the two of you can take the time to talk about them. Okay. All right. Then we have release. Radical acceptance and surrender can help you let go. All right. Then we have decision. It's time to decide about this relationship. So some of you have got to decide if you want to be in this relationship, you want to be by yourself, if you choose yourself. And, you're going to have to choose between this person and the twin if you are deciding to be in a relationship. Okay. All right. Let's get some messages. It's only going to be from the new person. Ooh, hold on. Okay, I never expected to fall in love with you so quickly. I hope to have a future with you one day. There is no one else thinking about you all day. Let's get an unsent letter. Oh, hold on. It's got another. Okay, we have, I long for your kiss. I'm scared of rejection. Let me see. It says, bottom of the deck, it says, my body is ruined for you. It says, no one else will do. Nothing else compares. Just the thought of you sends me over the edge. Like I told you, this person, look, you say obsessed. They're obsessed. They think about you a lot, and they think about you sexually too. But get your mind out the gutter. Okay, so let's get a few more messages, and then we'll get an oracle card to close it out. Okay. Okay, so we have, I want to make you mine. You're all I've ever hoped for. You're my dream person. We have, I keep dreaming about us together. You're everything I want and need. I didn't know what love felt like until you came along. Okay, and then, oh, one thing I did not say about the Six of Wands, this card for me also represents in a love reading, like your dream lover coming into your life. And that could be considered a roadblock because you are focusing on your career, but, you know, and spirit doesn't want you to get sidetracked by this person, okay? Because some people, you know, may be so into what is going on with them and their new person that they may start to not continue to focus on their, you know, making their money and getting their life together. So that's why spirit is saying that that could possibly be a roadblock, because they want you, like I said, to be completely and totally in your power in every area of your life. Okay, so that you'll be discerning, so you won't have a problem with setting boundaries. You won't be thinking, okay, I need this or I need this and I need that from this person, because you won't need anything from this person. You will want to be with them, but you won't need them for anything, you know, like a place to stay, or I need money, or, you know, anything like that. Spirit doesn't want you in that type of energy. They want you to be completely autonomous. Okay. All right. So let's get some, get a lover's oracle. Okay. So we got 2 cards here. Okay. Okay. This one. It says freedom. Yeah, see, I told you I heard George Michael singing freedom, and then look, the card says freedom. It says there's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. Okay. I feel like spirit is saying, you know, if you're wanting this person to come in, do what you need to do to clear, you know, make sure the path is clear for this person to come in when the time, you know, when the time is right. Then we have this card. It says playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together. And remember, love is the greatest healer. Okay. All right, Cancer, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Cancer.